brother. We want to say shalom to the Akim, shalom to the brothers out there. And on today, what we're going to be talking about is tithing. All right? Is tithing, is it still, you know, basically a part of reasonable service on today? Because you see a lot of people tithing, okay? You see a lot of church organizations tithing. And this is going to be the lesson concerning today. We're going to be talking on tithing, all right? Is it still permissible? Is it still eligible to pay tithes? All right? And we're going to go into the scriptures to see, is it still eligible, and if it's still legit that we should pay tithes in these Christian churches. Right? Because once you discover the truth, then it's up to you what you are going to do with it. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with the truth. Okay, so this is Brother Brendan Judah McDuffie, representing the Silent Foundation International Ministries. It's Silent Foundation International Ministries, S.F.I.M. We come out week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America, to let you understand that America will be destroyed with thermonuclear destruction. Okay, so this is what we're going to do on today. We're going to edify you so-called Negroes, you so-called Hispanics, you so-called Native American Indians. You are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are God's chosen children, and now is the time for you to repent. Now is the time for you to turn from your wicked ways and line up with Yahweh, who is the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai, who is the Son of the Heavenly Father, the Black Messiah. So on today, the lesson will be concerning tithing. Is tithing still permissible? Is tithing still eligible? Is tithing still legitimate? We're going to see according to the scriptures. Let's get into the lesson. We're going to go to the book of Malachi, all right? That's Malachi, the last book in the Old Testament. The Old Testament consists of 39 books, and the last book in the Old Testament is the book of Malachi, all right? We'll start off with the book of Malachi, chapter 3, and then we'll go to verse 10. That's Malachi 3 and 10, chapter 3, verse 10. Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now wherewith, saith the Most High of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall be enough, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. So, this is what they say, this is what your so-called pastors, your ministers in the churches, this is the verse that they read to get you aroused and to get you worked up and to giving your finance and paying tithes. This is what they read. This is Malachi 3, verse 10. I'm going to read it once again. Bring ye out the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove now wherewith, say the Lord of hosts, the Most High, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour out you a blessing. So, the so-called pastors in the Christian churches, they'll tell the people, see, if you pay your tithes, then God would basically open the windows of heaven and pour out you many blessings. That's what your so-called pastors tell you, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Bible, man. You must know how to go in and analyze the scriptures and analyze the verses, so you won't be deceived by these false prophets and these false pastors. This is another one that they like to use in the church to make the congregation feel condemned, to make the people that's attending service feel condemned on the verge of giving tithes. To intimidate them and make them afraid on the verge of giving tithes. This is what they like to read. We're going to skip back up to verse 8 out of Malachi chapter 3. Because this is what they like to read to intimidate the congregation and getting them to pay their tithes. Malachi 3, verse 8. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? And tithes and offerings. So this is another one that your so-called pastor try to make you feel intimidated and condemned and make you feel as though you need to be subjected in order to give 10% of your tithes, man. But once again, we're going to discover what is tithing and what tithing is according to the Bible. I'm going to read that once again. Malachi 3 and 8. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? And tithes and offerings. So Malachi was speaking through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He was speaking to the Israelites during that time, telling the Israelites, basically, will a man rob God? Will a man rob Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Then Malachi goes on to tell the Israelites that they have robbed the Most High. And the way they robbed the Most High was in tithes and in offerings. That's how they robbed the Most High. In tithes and offerings. But the question is, what is tithing concerning the Holy Bible, concerning God's Word, concerning the volume of the book? What is tithing? We're going to get further into the lesson to show you without a shadow of doubt, to show you without a shadow of a doubt what exactly and persistently is tithing. Let's go to Leviticus. We're going to go to Leviticus, the 27th chapter, and verse 30. That's Leviticus 27 and verse 30. Leviticus, the 27th chapter, verse 30. This is talking about the tithing of the land, all right? And all the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, it is the Most High's. It is the holy and to the Most High. So let me read that again. Leviticus 27 and 30. And all the tithing of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, it is the Most High's. It is holy and to the Most High. So, it says, the tithes concerning Leviticus, the 27th chapter, the verse 30, it said the tithes is basically the seed of the land. That is what tithing is. Tithing is known as the seed of the land. Now we're going to go into further detail and analyze tithing. Now we know that we have somewhat of understanding concerning Leviticus, the 27th chapter, verse 30, that tithing is dealing with what? The seed of the land, or of the fruit of the tree. Okay, so the seed of the land and the fruits of the tree. Tithing is basically dealing with food, okay? Tithing is dealing with food. It's dealing with crops. It's dealing with herds. It's dealing with cattle. It's dealing with spices, okay? Let's read verse 32 out of Leviticus 27. Leviticus 27:32. Well, we're going to go ahead and read Leviticus 27, verse 31, and then we'll stop on verse 32. If a man will at all redeem out of his tithes, he shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. Now let's look at the 32nd verse of Leviticus, the 27th chapter. And concerning the tithe of the herd or of the flock, even of whatsoever passeth under the rod, the tent shall be holy unto the Most High, who is Yahweh. So you can see concerning Leviticus 27th chapter, beginning with verse 32, that tithing is basically dealing with herds. Tithing is dealing with flock. Tithing is dealing with whatsoever passes under the rod, which is what? Herds and flocks. Okay? Herds is dealing with goats, sheep. Herds is dealing with horses, four-footed beasts. Okay? That's herds. Your flock, the same thing as herds. Sheep, goat, oxen, bull, cow. That's what tithing is talking about, man. You're going to discover when you read the scriptures that tithing is not talking about finance. Tithing is not talking about currency. It's not money. Tithing is dealing with the flock. It's dealing with the herds. It's dealing with spices. It's dealing with herbs. That's what tithing is about, not money. Tithing is simply food, all right? So let's keep it moving. Let's go back to Malachi. We're going back to the book of Malachi, chapter 3. This is Malachi chapter 3. And we'll go back and read Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Bring ye all the tithes in the storehouse, that they may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, said the Most High of hosts, if I would not open up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there shall not be enough room to receive it. The Most High says, bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat not any form of currency but meat. That's what he said. Bring ye out the tithes in the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. Because like I said, tithing is simply dealing with what? Tithing is dealing with cattle, herds, flocks, herbs, and spices. Cattle is simply another name for meat, because meat comes from cattle. Meat comes from herbs. So what kind of cattle? Goats, oxen, sheep, calves. That's herds. Sheep, that's flocks. That's where meat comes from. Flocks and herds, cattle. That's why according to Malachi 3:10, he says, bring ye out the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat. Not money, man. But your pastors are not going to tell you the truth in the church. Your pastors is not going to tell you that tithing concerning the Bible is dealing with simply cattle, herds, flocks. Tithing is simply dealing with food. It's not dealing with money. It's not dealing with finance or currency. But you so-called Negroes, you Hispanics, you Native Americans, you've been deceived by these false-ass pastors, man. And it's time for you to arise and wake up and get to know the truth. Let's continue on. So now, we're going to show you, according to Malachi 3:10, when he was speaking on meat, we're going to give you further information on that meat to let you see that tithing was dealing with no other. It's simply to say tithing was dealing with foods, man.